Now let's talk a little more about the options you have available in folders in your Windows XP and how they specifically change the way the content is viewed. From the File menu, you can create a whole new shortcut folder or a bunch of new files. Under the Edit menu, we do not have a whole lot of useful options, but under View, we do. We can add a Links toolbar, which will appear at the top right of the screen. We already have our standard toolbar and address bar. Under the Customize feature, you can customize your toolbars to help them in working with you. We can also turn on the status bar, which will appear at the bottom of the window. There it is. Then we have the Explorer bar over here. We can turn on the search feature, which will appear here on the left. As well as we have the media features and such things like the tip of the day. We also have the different views we discussed earlier. You can go to a specific location as well. You can also refresh the contents of your folder if you add something that does not appear. You can also use this as a web browser to visit various sites. We will now check out some of the tools. We will first go to folder options over here. You first have a choice between the classic view and the common tasks view. I prefer the latter, so we will continue. The default of the next option does not allow every folder to open in a new window. So if you want every folder to open in a new window, you will change this option. And here, let's check now. Aha, see? It's our new window. I don't prefer it much though. It's too unconventional. You can also change the settings so that you don't have to double click on an icon to select it and only click once. Another option which I do not really prefer. Under the View menu, there are a large amount of very important options. But one I really want to talk about is Hide Known File Extension Types. By default, Windows selects this option, but if you want to know if you have a JPG or a GIF or BMP file, then uncheck this option. This is especially for those who are used to other operating systems such as Macintosh. Now let's go back to Tools and then the View menu. Let's just scroll through here. As you can see, we have a multitude of options. If you want to be a control freak here like me, you disable hidden files. But if you're afraid you're going to delete sensitive information, you should refrain from doing so. If you want your settings to apply to every folder, simply click on Apply to All Folders, which is above. Windows will ask if you're sure, and I will say yes. There you go, as simple as that. Those were some simple options. We will see others as we move further.